So, do I make the windmill, which will require me to go up much higher than that, or do I make the quarry? I'm going to make the quarry, because I have a profound desire to dig holes without being there. So the quarry, the expensive part of the quarry, is the fact that it consumes diamond gears to make. And a diamond pickaxe. So that's actually 4. Wait, what was that? Oh, cute. If you melt diamond, I wonder if that's actually more efficient. Because amount 0.24 molten diamonds. We should see what the diamond melts into. Because that hadn't occurred to me that we could do that, obviously. So uses for diamonds. Soldering station, assembly table, thermionic fabricator. Like, obviously the diamond electron tubes. It's of course not showing me that we can make liquid diamond out of that. I wonder. Liquid diamond, molten diamond. Recipe for molten diamond does not any eye for me. That warrants another wiki visit. Alright, it is not clear. Neither of the forestry wikis show me how to do that, so this must be something that's not fully ready, I guess, or just, I don't know, and I'm not about to ask an IRC for this. So we will go ahead and make the quarry the normal way. Let's see here, we need 2 sticks. Actually, we need several more sticks. We need the 11 diamonds for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and make some more stone gears. And those need to be turned into iron gears. And then they can be turned into gold gears. And then they can be turned into diamond gears, because that makes sense. Alright, we have diamond gears. Uses for diamond gears. There's only a handful of machines that really use them. They're all the high-end. I guess a refinery only uses 1. Alright. Oh yeah, we also need tons and tons of those. So we need to make, actually we need 5 more iron gears. Which means we need to make 2 more wooden gears. We don't have enough iron in this stack. We have to get more iron. And do I have the gold? Did I put the gold away? Where did the gold go? The gold's probably still in there. Okay. But all of those need to be turned into iron. And then 2 of them need to be further plated with gold. Alright. That should be it for the quarry, really. One piece of redstone. And we can make a quarry. Like so. One of the more expensive things that we'll make in a long time. The other thing that I do want to make is I need another energy cell, because I don't want to produce power out in the field. I want to use an energy cell to drive the quarry, because that'll make a huge difference. So if we look at the frame recipe, 4 electrum, a diamond, and 4 hardened glass. I know we have the 4 hardened glass because we just made it. We still need to make more electrum. Let's take these and make sure we get the right recipe. We're not getting the... Alright, we're not getting the better recipe, but that's alright. We will accept that. So you need to cook that. We need to go grab 1 more diamond, and we can make that frame. We are also going to need, before we do much of anything with this, we need 3 more electrum. Okay, actually. So fine, just all of you become that. Oh, it went in the bag. And then we also need 2 lead and a conductance coil, which is another electrum. Okay. And 2 of those. So this should be it. Let's make that conductance coil. And now we just need those. We can make the frame. Actually, the metal's probably in the corners. Diamond. Energy frame. We throw you in here. You will start filling once we throw like a stack and a half of redstone at you. So let's get a stack and a half of redstone. To melt. I think it needs... What does it need? Uses for that. And okay, it needs a full bucket of redstone, and since 1 unit of redstone equals 25 millibuckets, we're a third of the way there. My plan is that we will have a larger machine area downstairs where like inventory and sorting stuff can go on this side here, take up a lot less, or a lot more space than this, and have signs. We will also have what's it called again? I mean, maybe like a barrel wall or something as well for some really rudimentary stuff. But I would like to get into some logistics pipes for some of this sorting. For, if nothing else, maybe some degree of automated smelting, or at least automated pulverization. Let's see, you are just so incredibly... I don't know what's going on here. Huh, I guess it got stuck. Alright, but yeah, so we'll move the laser in the other room and things like that. But what I want to also do is have a sort of a cylinder of power. We'll take the energy cells and put them in a ring, and we can run power through that in such a way that it just sort of, it's input and output, and it's just a big old battery. Let's see if I take dirt here, I can show you. If we put cells like this, and we have a single wire running up through the middle, that is an output. All of the energy cells can output to that, and then everything connects off of that central wire. Then what we do is, if we run in between in a layer, see, we would put another set of energy cells like this. And if we put wires here along the edges, these are input wires. So the in between here, these are input wires. I don't have any wires with which to elaborate further. But if I put the input wires there and the output wire through the middle, and of course I can rotate this 90 degrees and make that work better in a space this size. So we do it this way. And that allows power to go in and out, and generally just, act as an enormous battery that we can then tap into from multiple directions, and it should be pretty happy. I haven't tested it beyond the theory of does the power go roughly where I expected it to. Energy cell frame full. Energy cell frame. Electrum, electrum, electrum. Coil. Lead, lead. Redstone energy cell. We now have 2 energy cells. I'm going to stick this one right there. Actually, we will set the max output to 10, because that's the output level that I'm going to feed energy into my what's it called again? This is the level that I'm going to use to feed the quarry with. What else? We're going to go in here and we're going to throw in a stack of this coke. We are actually going to dump energy. We are going to transmit as fast as we can over a single link. If we were to actually use multiple wires, it would go faster. So say I grabbed that there and whacked this line with a wrench. This is now capable of outputting at 200 a tick out this line instead of only 1. And if we put these two wires. Really? Stop it. We put these two wires here. Now, it's silly, but this is actually going twice as fast. Yeah, it explodes with how much energy it's willing to output. We've already dumped so much of this. We got this going. I mean, this is obviously going to run out of juice. But that's okay. Because hopefully, one good run off of the quarry ought to do us pretty well. But if we're going to be taking a serious expedition with a quarry, we need some containers. We need a chest to put our spoils in. We need some pipes. Let's take some pipes here. And we also need a what's it called again? We need obsidian pipe. Or it's not obsidian, is it? What is it? It's the void pipe here. Void transport pipe. So redstone and ink sac. This is the garbage disposal pipe. So redstone, ink. We need glass. But we have glass. We don't need obsidian. We need... Did I? I did. Okay, good. So if we take this here... This pipe just discards anything that goes through it. We also are going to go ahead and need to make some diamond pipe. The diamond pipe is the basic sorting pipe. So what we're going to do is have the quarry outputting into the diamond pipe. And that diamond pipe is going to say basically dirt on the left, everything else on the right. So dirt and cobble and everything are going to go off to one direction, out to the void pipe where it gets thrown away forever. Everything else, all the ores and everything, are going to go into a box for interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I think it's an iron chest. That ought to be big enough. So if we get this here, I can put this iron back in there. We still have 11 diamonds. After all these crazy diamonds that I've spent today. Let's see if the digger bag, do I have gravel, and I have cobble, and I have dirt. That's probably all I want to throw away. Ooh, I put one of those each in that, and that should be good. We'll put you in there with the rest. Yeah, see, that's 7 of those. So we're fine on that front. We have torches. We have the iron chest. Let's go throw some of this other junk away so it's not in. We're going to take the wrench with us because it's just a pain not to have something like that on one of these trips. See? That's almost full. But it's actually to the point where this is completely tapped out and this is getting all the energy. So we are going to pick this up. And it because we picked it up by shift right clicking with the crescent hammer, it actually retained all of its charge and its send receive settings, because thermal expansion machines are awesome that way. Let's go find a place to quarry. But first, let's look. throw the extra mulch in the forestry pile, because clearly that's where forestry things go. This is everything that I was planning on taking to... Yeah, okay. So, let's go through the portal and set up a quarry. One of the nice things is that quarries act as chunk loaders. They load a single chunk that they're on. We're not going to worry about setting up landmarks or anything like that. We're going to accept the default 9x9 hole that it digs. And normally I would go lower in elevation. I'd dig down a little bit before... Oh, you know what? Actually, I will. Because I could use my turtle to do this. So, we're going to go right... Oh my. See, we were at 64. Let's just set the turtle down here. Let's give him some cobbles and tell the turtle mineshaft 24. Staircase is going 16. And he probably wants torches as well. Mineshaft 24. Okay. He doesn't suffer from mining fatigue, because he's a machine. I'm also kind of surprised that he didn't fight the... I guess that's the other thing. You know what? I've got these tools of crazy speediness. Alright, let's go ahead and place these lights here. So I'm going to let him dig. Once he's down to his desired elevation, I will join him and we can look to set up the quarry. Alright, we are downstairs at an elevation of 41. I will have to say the efficiency 4 high-level pick actually does dig through stuff at a reasonable rate despite the level 3 debuff. So, you know, not complaining too bad anymore about that. I'm going to stick the quarry right there. Oh yeah, and look, it says it's going to keep 2 chunks loaded, I guess because we're facing a chunk boundary. The other thing we need, we are going to want the stone pipe, like so. We're then going to stick the diamond pipe right there. I'm going to stick the void pipe up high. I'm being silly about this right now, but that's okay. And this here. This just makes it easier to see. So the direction we want everything to go is black. We don't want anything to go back red. That shouldn't be a problem. Everything's going to come from this direction, and it's going to choose. The diamond pipe, we are going to tell it that gray is the bad direction. That stone and cobble and dirt and gravel are all designated for the bad direction. Everything else goes down and into the big chest with room. The only other thing we need to do, really, is give it some power. We should watch that power is draining, because it is actually going into the quarry. If we look up here, you should see the quarry is clearing out an area. And because I'm giving it a good amount of juice, it's going pretty quick, really. Everything in this area, I believe, does actually get destroyed. So I'm not too concerned about this. I mean, I'm looking at copper and apatite and stone. We want to start the quarry off high enough that we don't miss anything, but we want to start it low enough that, yeah, see, like that. I can quick dig some of these here for the so we don't lose them. But I don't care about it destroying some of this copper and tin. We want the mana crystals. We don't want to lose any of those. It's almost done with the initial clear out step. If I had a good program for my turtle, I could have told the turtle to clear out this room, but I don't really have a good way of doing it. Okay, and now it's setting that up, getting ready to start actually running the mining arm. I wonder if this is going just a little bit too hot. See, we still have a good amount of power. We're only going at 10 a tick. I believe 8 or 9 is the optimum for efficiency. See, yeah, it's actually up to red now. That's really, really fast. Watch all of those cobbles coming out, and watch the cobbles all go up and thrown away. Alright. A little concerned that we may be actually running out of power here. See, so far, all junk. We found one piece of copper. I kind of like leaving it at this speed right now. Okay, that's promethium. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let the quarry... We'll switch down to feed at 8. And hopefully the 8 energy is enough. But this is going to go through, 37 more layers. You see some of that ore coming through. There's the promethium. So yeah, I'm going to let this run with the camera off and just babysit this for a little bit. Then when it's done, we'll see what we got, and probably think about ways to charge the cell up for the next run, because this cell is not going to have enough juice in it to run a second quarry this size. And I've got 2-3 other directions at least to run off of here, or I'll just run a hallway and pop these down like that. So yeah, the quarry be quarrying. Okay, the quarry is still going. It's maybe half done, and there's a cave ogre down there. There's 2 cave ogres down there. That's cute. Obviously they can't get to me from up here, but they can still be there. It'll be interesting if they're still there when I want to go down to pick things up. The sorting is still going great. All the junk is going far, far away where it can't hurt us. And in here we've got quite a few things. We've got a bunch of copper, some promethium, silver, tin, copper, lead. We got more lead. That was something we were suffering for. 10 copper, cinnabar, 10, silver. The flint I don't want to keep. We have enough flint. We have infinite gravel. So I'm going to add flint to the no-go list. And now any further flint gets chucked if it gets dug up. That looks like some more silver coming in. A good bit of silver. Well, that was some tin and that was some silver. Alright. That's going well. I think... See, I mean, again, we're drawing a lot of power to do this, though. This is very, very expensive with respect to fuel. And so I think what we need to do is increase our power production. That's either I build an oil refinery and pump a bunch of oil, and then we, burn in combustion engines some liquid fuel, or we set up steam power. I'm inclined to go the steam power route just because I've never used it before. I want to see what this is. Yay! Force fields. That's another thing. Once we have a large amount of power production, we actually probably have the materials to make some force field stuff, so that might not be a miss. But, so, the steam engine. There are two kinds of steam engines. There's solid, so the way the way Railcraft steam works is you burn fuel, combine it with water, and it makes steam, and then you send that steam into engines that then produce the energy you need somehow. There are several different ways of doing that. But the first step is making steam. And so we have the solid fuel and the liquid fuel. The solid fuel is the cheaper one. Fire charge and some bricks. But you need like 4 of these fireboxes to make the base of your little steam boiler. The liquid fuel is more expensive. It requires steel, and again that fire charge. But we know how to make those fire charges because we made one to escape the Nether the other day. And the liquid fuel is the only thing in the game that can consume creosote other than making railroad. I think I want to burn creosote for energy. I wouldn't be opposed to having solid fuel as well, because sure, why not? We have a bunch of coke. What is that blue thing coming out? Ah, appetite. I wouldn't be opposed to having solid fuel because, again, we have solid fuel. Sheesh, I'm carrying 64 coke right there. That is a lot of energy. But, it's... I want to burn liquids. So that means I need steel. I think the minimum size for the bottom is 2 by 2. We can make these larger, but I think the minimum that I'm allowed to make is a 2 by 2 on the bottom. So that means 16 steel plates just to be able to burn it. But that's not enough. You also have to have boilers. Boiled eggs. What's a recipe for a boiled egg? An egg in a pot. Okay. Anyways, you have to have boilers, which are 2 plates, either iron for the low pressure or steel for the high pressure. You need to use high pressure boiler for the steam output of a liquid thing. And I'm pretty sure you need 3 high minimum, so that's 3 times 4 more. More of those blocks, and each block takes 2, so it's 3 times 8, which is what, 24. 24 plus 16. So that's a good amount of steel required to get a bare minimum liquid boiler. But I think we can do it. I think I have all of that out there. And now that we're starting to strip mine, we can... I love the ogre is just kind of down there getting dumped further and further into the earth. See, this is still going. This still has plenty of energy. And it's smart. The quarry is smart enough that it stops pulling energy when it has reached bedrock all the way. I think that's... I mean, that light is going to go... That's probably about 30 deep, I bet. We haven't seen any really low elevation stuff yet, but I think that's gone. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so maybe it's only halfway done, but still, if it's only halfway done, we still have enough juice in here. I'm going to go back to the overworld and let this finish. I don't think we need to sit and babysit it any further, and that'll probably unspawn the ogres. And we can go plot nefarious plots to burn all of the creosote in the world. And, you know, if it's so be that we have to make a solid boiler to boil our solid fuels, because we have those too, then that's fine also. Let's see. I think it's morning, not evening. That looks like a morning sky. Let's see if it lets me sleep. Oh, it lets me sleep. Okay, let's see how much steel we have. We have 32 steel. That's a lot of steel plates. Plus we have 6 more manganese, which makes 6 more steel. Gunpowder, because we need to make 2 more fire charges. Gunpowder and what is it? Coal. I think the blaze charge was gunpowder, coal, and blaze rod, or blaze powder. You don't cook these, you pulverize them. If you break these apart by hand, see the recipe for, the recipe for blaze powder, you get 4 of them, plus 50% chance of sulfur if you pulverize a blaze rod. If you only craft it, you only get 2. Well, apparently, some of these fire bees produce the stuff as well. But this is a way to get, you know, more bang for your buck with that stuff. Alright, but we need to make another set of fire charges. I think I only need this much, though, yeah, because we get 3, and we only need 1 for each of those. The other thing is I need to put all of that steel in the rolling machine and start making some plates. So we'll start it. Ah, see, we only get 3 steel plates for 4. I thought it was a 1-to-1, but I guess not. That's alright. Yeah, these scorpion stingers are just garbage. We need to get rid of them. I don't mind the chitin, because I'll, you know, be silly, and my next suit of armor will apparently all be made out of scorpion chitin. The blaze rods and gunpowder can go back in there. And we need 1 more fire charge. I guess really these go in the toolbox. Huh. They're consumables, but they're tools. Maybe I should use them for, I don't know. Okay, so we got that. Let's put that back in there. These should be done cooking. Oh, we did get 1 unit of sulfur. How about that? Uses for sulfur. We can grind it into sulfur dust. We can use it to craft gunpowder. I guess uses for this sulfur is a different recipe for gunpowder, and for the H2SO4 for the factorization batteries. If I want to start using this for some furnaces, we probably need to do that anyways. Oh, that's right, there were the other steel bars that I had. So you guys, you can do that. Then you can do that. This is not going to be enough steel. I will need more steel. So let's see how much manganese I have. See if there's any in here. I haven't been... Oh, okay. No problems in the world. We have more manganese than I have uncooked iron to deal with. So another stack of iron on the fire. Okay, so we totally have enough to make this. I'm going to turn that off because we don't actually want it cooking. We just want it crushing. I'm going to look up on the wiki the minimum dimensions for the steam boiler, but I think what we are going to do here, see, that's the output pipe that I have for the liquiduct. I'm not too sure on if that was such a good idea to put it on the far side like that. Maybe I should have put it like over here or something. But what's done is done. I will probably put... We need to run some, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe 8 more liquiduct. I guess it doesn't much matter how fast I pump that in there, but we'll worry about that part of things later. First, I want to get the machine being made. How are you doing? You are half done. Alright, so I'm going to set that up. That's going to be good. Let's check on the chickens, see how they are doing. This is far enough that we can reach in there. That's a problem. I don't know what's up with that. Apparently he picked up... She probably cleared out some dirt, but we've almost filled that entire box with eggs. If I were to stick those eggs in a deployer, that would make a lot of chickens. Just saying. That would make a ton of chickens. Puppy. Standing there to guard the tomato farm. Did she plant all regrowers? I think she did. Yeah. More chicken eggs. I don't think it makes sense to put any more seeds in there for now. Because if I just turned all of those eggs into chickens, that would more than repopulate my chicken pile. Man, that flicker is getting annoying. I also really hate the fact that there's no UI when I right-click with this. I have to use the tool to read the battery state. Alright, this is so close to done here. Let's go ahead and put you guys together. I'll pop those in there for now. Yep, that's cooking fine. Alright, I just realized I don't want to leave that cooking with this this iron gonna be pouring in there, because that could be bad. Where did the manganese all go? Didn't I have... Oh, it went in my mining bag. Along with all of this other stuff that I dug. Alright, well, let's go check that. Should be getting awfully close to done, I think. And... Actually, let's do this while it's probably still digging. So let's go ahead and pick up all of these beehives, every single last one of them. And a bag. I really need to clean out what I'm carrying with me. But all of you and all of you can go in there. All of you can also go in there. Okay. And let's take some bees here. Let's take the cultivated, that common meadows, that one, and let's take a regular meadow and forest out there as well. So we're going to go plant these bees out in the other world. Not really. Might help if we go in the right direction. We're going to plant these other bees over there by the village where the chunk loader isn't chunk loading. And then we will stop and check the status of the quarry on our way back. It's getting late. It's getting late. See, but this is where all 4 of those apiaries are going to go. Bees, bees, apiaries. Don't be evil. Oh, torches. Okay, there we go. We got to get these bees installed so they do their thing as soon as possible. Yes, do some of these bees have nocturnal in them? These bees are nocturnal. Sure enough. Alright. Now that they're there, let's go back through the portal. Actually, let's sleep tonight and just make sure that all of those guys are actually working. Gals. Gals. Look at all the bee particles. Working, 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 working. Excellent. Alright. So that's good. It's a shame that we don't you know, have the chunk loader working, but it's still good. See, the chunk loader's right there. It just torments me so. If I could actually find Endermen to farm, that would be one thing. I just don't seem to encounter all that many of them. Okay, downstairs. Let me check on the status of the quarry. And I think... done. Quarry is completely done digging. Dug all the way to bedrock. 3 little ogres down there. Let's see what we got. We got silver, karma, some sapphire, some coal, some tin, some iron, some monazite, some lead, a bunch of redstone. So yeah, that's how that works. Let's go ahead and we don't have enough juice to run a second wave like that. I figured as much. I'm going to take You know what I'm going to do for now? I'm going to take this. I'm going to leave these here like that, because I don't need any of these materials just yet. I'm going to take this quarry and use it to chunk load those bees. And I think we will call that an episode. Next episode we will get the steam power set up so we can run another quarry, I believe. I want to be able to jump off of here. So we will go into the chunk with the bees, and we will place the quarry right there. That would be cute if I actually ran that quarry, but I'm not going to. Because the important part is it's chunk loading this now. So now, when I go and do other things, we don't have to worry about the fact that these bees are all the way across the world from us. They aren't going to stop working. So, my name's Allaryin. I'm going to have to go hunt Endermen somehow in this nightmare. This is an undead horse inside some poor guy's house. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.